Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Happy Wednesday. I have a new product to test out with you guys today. This is from Milk Makeup and it is their brand new Luminous Blur Stick. Now, I know that the original Blur Stick got a lot of great reviews. A lot of people claimed it as their holy grail primer. It's supposed to blur out your pores and just create a really nice canvas for your makeup. Now, I didn't personally try that one, but anything that says luminous always catches my attention because I do have pretty dry skin. So I thought it would be fun to give this a try. Can't open it. I don't know. There we go. So I just got this in the mail this morning. I did order it from Sephora and it was $43 Canadian. Not that you can see that. Anyway, I'll put the American price below. Have not tested this out yet at all. I thought I would zoom you guys in and we would try it together here on camera. I have absolutely nothing on my face except I did put a little bit of moisturizer on after I hopped into the shower earlier because my skin is super dry today. We are on day 2 of a snowstorm. My kids have been home for the last 2 days from school. It's really cold and really dry out and my skin hates me. So before we apply this, I wanted to just read you the claims here on the website. So it says that this is a luminous, oil-free, silicone-free, and vegan matte primer that goes on clear to work on all skin tones. So claims to be good for all skin tones. Let's actually just open it up. And then it's got a little cap and it twists up. I'll insert some pictures for you guys. I'm gonna apply a little bit to my hand. It looks like it's going on a little bit golden. Oh, it feels kind of matte. And I don't really see much of anything on my hand. That could just be the initial layer. Do you guys see this? There's not a whole lot happening. I see like a slight golden hue. Let me just warm it up. You know how sometimes makeup always has like that initial kind of glossy layer that you have to work off? Okay, so I am getting a little bit more shimmer now. Okay, now I can see it. Okay, so when you get this, there does seem to be like a glossy layer on the top. I would just go ahead and rub that off and then you get down to the actual product, which seems to be much more noticeable. Okay, so I'm sure you're probably not gonna be able to see much on camera. I'll insert a closer picture for you guys so you can get a better idea. It has a slightly golden color and maybe just, yeah, definitely has a slight shimmer to it. So it says that it is supposed to blur out the look of pores and fine lines while creating a shimmering matte finish. Don't know how I feel about that. It smells citrusy. Definitely smells citrusy. It's silicone-free and oil-free. It goes on clear to create a golden, pearl-infused glow on all skin tones without clogging pores. Blurring microspheres absorb oil to mattify the skin while leaving a luminous pearl finish and smoothing the look of skin so that makeup lays down better and wears longer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna zoom you guys in and I'm just gonna apply this to half of my face. It does say that you can apply this just to bare skin and wear as is, or you can use it as a primer. So I think what I'm gonna do is apply it to half of my face and we'll do a comparison to see how it looks just on bare skin. And then also I'm going to apply foundation all over, but just leaving the primer on one side so we can see the difference between the prime side and the unprime side. Make sense? Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. And I'm gonna apply it to this side of my face. My skin isn't in the best condition right now. I have a little pimple there. I've got some dry spots, scarring, whatever. We're here to test out makeup. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start applying this to this side of my face. And hopefully you can tell, it's definitely leaving a golden kind of finish. Now I'm not sure how much I should apply right away. So I'm gonna just kind of work it in with my finger and we will see. I definitely have some fine lines. Now this, I'm not sure, is gonna be taken care of with a simple little stick. I do have a dry spot right there and it is clinging a little bit. If you see, yeah, it is settling a little bit on my dry spot, but to be honest, I think most products would at this point. I might have another dry spot right there. So we'll see if the foundation looks any different from one side to another. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. So this side has the blur stick and this side does not. I definitely noticed that my pores look smaller on this side, so it definitely did blur the appearance of pores by quite a bit, actually. I don't know, I feel like the fine lines I have on my forehead are a little bit too, they're not really fine lines, like they're lines. I don't feel like they would be blurred by any product, but I do have a couple kind of on the corners of my eye. And I do feel like it definitely, like you can definitely see them more on this side than you can on this side. So I do really think that it did help to blur, you know, some of the imperfections, fine lines, and pores. It did, however, emphasize the dry spot on my face here, and it definitely has more shimmer in it than I was hoping. I was hoping it would be a little more luminous, like almost a little bit more dewy, and not quite as shimmery. I really would prefer something just a little bit more luminous, and I don't like the straight up shimmer. But I do want to see how it applies under foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some foundation to both sides of my face. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. I do have a full review on this if you are interested. Kind of weird. I have a dry spot right here and a dry spot right here. So we'll see if the blur stick emphasizes that with foundation or not. I am using a Bare Minerals brush to blend this in if you're curious. I don't know, whenever I apply foundation on camera, I feel like it always looks 3 shades lighter than it actually is in person. This is the side without the primer, and this is the side with the primer. And I actually much prefer the side with the primer. It's a lot more smoother, and I have a lot less texture. I actually am pretty impressed with this, you guys. I didn't think I would think it was that amazing, especially just when I put it on my bare skin, but it actually really did blur my pores and smooth out my skin and just help this foundation to apply in a smoother, more seamless way. Okay, so I put on a little bit more makeup, and I thought I would like to try this just as a straight up highlighter as well. I don't have any highlight on my face right now, so I think I'm actually just gonna go in with a finger maybe, and we'll see how this goes. I'm getting just the slightest little bit of sheen. Okay, so if you want like the faintest of highlights, this might be an okay product for you. I like more of a kind of highlight, you know? Like, now we're getting somewhere. Oh God. This, by the way, is Ofra's Rodeo Drive, and it packs a serious punch. So here are sort of my final thoughts on this product. As just an all-over facial illuminizer on its own, not really my thing. It has a little bit too much shimmer, and it does pick up on the dry spots on my face. So I wouldn't use it just on bare skin and, you know, get up and go. I really like the way that my foundation sits on top of this product. I feel like it helped to definitely blur my pores a little bit with fine lines and help to even out some of my texture, and just make things apply a little bit more smoothly. So as a primer, this is amazing. When I look really closely, I do think that it gave this side of my face a little bit more luminosity. Not a ton, but just a little tiny bit. I feel like I have just a little bit more light on this side of my face. It looks a little bit more youthful. I really like this as a primer, you guys. I didn't honestly know that I would. I felt like it was kind of a hyped up product. Generally, stick products don't work the best for me. I know that's a big generalization, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. So yeah, as a blurring luminous primer with more of a matte finish, I'd say yes, it actually does what it's supposed to do. It definitely didn't leave my skin feeling oily, which I thought it might, but no, it's definitely a matte finish, but it still manages to smooth everything out and give you that little bit of luminosity. So I'm actually really happy with this. I will continue to reach for it. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please let me know if you have tried this or if you have tried like the OG Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I would love to know your opinions on both. Thanks so much for being here, guys. It really means a lot to me. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Take care of each other, and I'll see you soon.